plan to never go to jail. I'm fresh up out the gutter, I don't know if you can tell. I'm hustling for everything I do for legacy. You can call me any type of day, my dog, I never sleep. The only rule I got is if we don't embarrass me. I write down my problems, then record it just for therapy, just for clarity. Whole club selling out of here to don't stay.
It's week 14 of the NFL. And up next is the Caps, leader at quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Caps and the Saints on Sunday Night Prime.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Here come the Saints for their opening drive. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up and see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. They'll run on first down. Dixon. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The numbers for him from a week ago. 17 carries, 99 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. But you look at this defense. They've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
Back to the air on second down. McClain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Dixon. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. From the 20, here's a 2nd and 5. Off play action. McClain. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. It's been From the gun on 3rd down. McClain. And he had to get this down to the 15. He won't make it. He's a yard or two short. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive. Well, they miss an opportunity to put some points on the board on the opening drive. They pass on the field goal. What'd you think?
I'm looking at it from a positive standpoint for them. First drive of the game, they set the tone, right? They go downfield. They let them know how aggressive they're going to be all game long. Even though they don't get it, because it's the first drive of the game, you're not that worried about it. Hey, we got plenty of other opportunities as this game moves on.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On play action, they'll throw. And a man over the middle, and it's complete. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
And we're going to see the ball in the air quite a bit here. This is a top 5 passing offense in the NFL. And they certainly like to get everybody involved. So this defense, they're going to have to be able to counterpunch somehow. They couldn't there, and it's an opening drive, 1st down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. When you look at the Saints defense, they've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is taken at the 15. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
A gain there of 21 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Throwing on 1st down. McClain. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 7. Now a give, right side. Dixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Looking to throw. McClain. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize underutilized players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Off the bootleg, McLean. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. McLean firing quickly. And I think the ball's out. And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
I know many talk about the kick return as maybe the most exciting play in football. But any type of a return where it's a change of possession, where the defense gets the ball, that's exciting too. But it's not just an accident. Once they get the football, they've worked on finding people to block, creating running lanes for the guy with the ball, and protecting him. And this one was a long run.
Absolutely, they did all of that and more. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. McLean. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. That's to about the 28, 2nd down coming up. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 1st down, Sherman, and shedding through the tackle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 12. 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sherman, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Shepard. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And this one is right through. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Throwing to start the drive. McClain in trouble, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. With a 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. As his guys are able to extend their lead. In the second quarter and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Give them 32 on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Sherman. He'll take this to the 46.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does Lions have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now a 2nd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On the RPO, that's complete right side. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now this throw caught left side, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Dixon, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd down and 8. Back to throw. McClain.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. McClain. That is caught. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Dixon, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. From the 29, here's a 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Dixon, 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Back to throw. McClain. And that is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on. From
a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Chicago offense set to get started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now.
go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards there for number 15. They'll run on first down. It's Sherman, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard after the 39. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Shepard. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 40. A gain there of 21 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Back to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Shepard. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw again. And incomplete on the deep ball. 4th down after the Orleans defense holds serve.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Crusher gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 22.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Now they send a running back in motion right. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, is batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where it was the Bucs who were able to get the victory at home. A field goal was the difference. 27-24, the final. Next, we'll stay in the NFC South. We head to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And as you see, they were losers earlier this afternoon. 31-21, the final score. And then one more to highlight, Monday Night Football. That'll be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and what equates to be a very tough opponent.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So this just a 5-point game as we resume action in the second half on EA Sports. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On second down now, it's Sherman, and he'll find some space up to about the 25. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Sherman, and he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Well, they bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 6. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Sherman, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. He'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
The Saints again ready to go on offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 2nd down and 4. They'll try the left side. Dixon. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. McClain. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot him. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the...
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. And nowhere to hide on that play.
No, there was not, because every
Isidore, that was surrounded. And I think that was supposed to be a bootleg, but he had no chance to get outside the pocket and try and make a play.
Here's 3rd and 9. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Sherman slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Well, backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 36. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Man open is Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Sherman, and this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Caps have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
It's complete, and he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime, But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On first down, Dixon. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill. On second down, Dixon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around a finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
Now a throw here, hauled in. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up second down. Now a give, right side. Dixon, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play to get my defense off the field.
And he is going to have the Saints first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Dixon. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Frazier. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Dixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's a lesson learned from the previous drive. Last time he forced one, and it turned into a pick 6. Here, he knows better, and he just throws that one away.
On 3rd down, Dixon. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Back to throw here. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And a quick throw here. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Saints.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And at this stage, in the 4th, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash in following the fumble recovery. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here, we do have an injury on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now 3rd down and 7. To throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got his open man. It's Carr. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, McLean. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Going to let one fly for Robinson. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off.
Offense.
Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
Sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So possession goes over here on the punt. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing to start the drive. McClain. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. McClain. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle. But they allow the conversion.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From a yard out. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Point after here coming up. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. If you've been waiting all day for Sunday night, it's been worth the wait. All tied here in the fourth as the kick is away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try and grab that lead back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Sherman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Looking to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Second and 9 now. He finds his man complete. That's Shepard. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. He'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Up the middle they go. Sherman. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush is just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation. Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Sherman. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by a field goal, 37 seconds to go. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. And his throw here is incomplete. Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get...
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. The D brought the house, they called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback, no chance on that 4th down.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Chicago, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.